Hello. So, I guess you're trying to figure out how to conjure up a sugar daddy. And that's one thing I realized on here on YouTube is that they don't have any videos on how to manifest a sugar daddy. Now, mind you, trying to manifest a sugar daddy is probably one of the hardest things to do because one, you have to be very, very specific in what you want him to be. You know, you want him to be handsome, you want him to have a lot of money, but you don't want to actually just say, oh, I want him to have a lot of money because a lot of money can be $1,000 to somebody. No, you want to make sure this man has like $1 million in a savings account. You want to be very specific in the amount of allowance he gives you or how much money you want him to invest in you. You want to make sure that he's respectful because there's a lot of sugar daddies out there that could care less about how they treat you because, in all honesty, all you are to them is what a couple of hours of fun out of their week and or a trophy on their shoulder. Another thing that you want to do is make sure that you specify if it doesn't work out between you guys and when it does in between you two, that you get to keep everything that he invested in you, everything that he gave you, and that it goes smoothly and he just walks away. Because sometimes, you know, they try to be Indian givers and blah blah blah. So, anyways, I have the red candle, a man figure. Doesn't necessarily have to be uh, a male figure or a female figure. It can be a red candle or a white candle. Doesn't matter what size. Um, Basically, you want to make sure that you do cleanse your candles um, with, like I say, Florida water or some type of sage or holy water. These I've already cleansed. I've carved on them. I basically carved on him what I want him to be. I carved $7 signs on him and I used red because red stands for lust, it stands for something to happen fast. Um, on the other one, you know, I obviously wrote her name and her date of birth and I cleansed her. I also wrote a petition. Now, a petition you can write on any type of piece of paper. I know some people say you go ahead and you write it on a brown piece of paper, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, we don't all have brown pieces of paper. Stop whining. Me, I did it on a hell note. You know, that what they call ancestor money. You just write the name, date of birth, you turn it to the right, and you write exactly word for word what you want for him in the present tense. He makes me happy. He gives me $5,000 a week. When he leaves, I get to keep everything that he gave me. Um, we don't argue. You know, be very, 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 very specific because the universe needs that. The universe, the spirits, the guides, the ancestors, they don't know what you want. You have to tell them, you know, because everything means something different to everybody. I also have a green candle to manifest money. Let's see, go ahead. Oh, I have an apple. An apple, well, we know the apple in the Garden of Eden, it stands for temptation. Um, it stands for lust. Um, Love, you can use it for love. If you have a pineapple, You can use a pineapple too. A pineapple will also do. I have some money rice, some come to me oil, um, licorice root. Licorice root is for commanding somebody. Five finger grass because we want to bring this money to us. Five finger grass is good for anything that five fingers can do. Money, love. I have some calamus root because we also it's also good for commanding. I have some commanding oil, some quick money oil. Um, I made my little cauldron. I put some allspice, chamomile, which is good for finances. I put some hibiscus flower for the lust. I put lemongrass is also good for lust because I mean, let's be real, we don't want to be totally grossed out by the sugar daddy that we have to deal with, especially if we have to be in his face and accompanying him. At least be good on the eyes, right? Or at least let the universe make it seem, make the illusion nice. So I'm just putting some manifest resin uh, on my charcoal because we want to manifest our sugar daddy. So we're gonna run him. Manifest this sugar daddy. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Manifest the sugar daddy. Manifest the money that comes from the sugar daddy. I manifest the money to come freely, to come without any consequences, to let him get the money generously. I manifest this large amount of money, this 5,000 plus a week. I allow. In the name of the Father and Son and Holy Ghost. Okay? We want to run the apple through it too. If you don't have the manifest, you can use success incense. You can use money incense. You can just use cinnamon. Put some cinnamon on a charcoal. That'll do. I bless this apple for lust, money, and then the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Bless this apple. Now, the petition is done. The petition, you want to roll it towards you because anytime you're trying to bring something into your life, you roll it towards you. I'm going to put that right there in between the two. I'm going to take my commanding oil. Bless commanding oil to be able to command the sugar daddy to be able to do whatever it is that I ask him to do. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Bless this commanding oil. And we're going to cover him in commanding oil. Okay. We're going to take the come to me oil and we're going to put the come to me oil on the female because we want the sugar daddy to come to her. Bless this come to me oil to bring the sugar daddy to bring her allowance, to bring her happiness, to bring her abundance of financial gain, to let it come smoothly, to let it come respectfully. In the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I bless this come to me oil. And cover her in come to me oil. Now, if you don't have all the herbs that I have, like you can get pumpkin spice. Like I said, that's good for money. Chamomile, you can open up a chamomile tea bag and use the chamomile tea for money and success. I also use uh, pink salt because pink salt is good for wishes. I'm also going to be using gold glitter because gold is good for abundance. Um, I'm going to have a chuparosa come to me candle. That way, you know, when these burn out within the next couple of hours, the energy will still be going into the universe for the next 5 to 7 days to bring this sugar daddy to her. Gonna be adding quick money to the green candle, and I'm gonna also add it to the sugar daddy because we want him to have a lot of money. Bless this quick money oil to bring not only quick money but long lasting money to tech. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now, what we want to do now is take all the herbs that we got together, which I said is the lemongrass, the allspice, the hibiscus, the chamomile, and you want to go ahead and mix them together, bless them, and then what I do, I take the female candle or the white candle and put the herbs on her. You can put them down in the middle too on the petition, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna take some of these herbs and I'm gonna put them on the apple. And with him, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put some licorice root, which is for commanding, because you want her to be able to command him to do what she wants him to do. Bless this licorice root to be able to command her sugar daddy to do whatever it is that she wants to do, to be able to get knowledge, to be able to get gifts, and then Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I bless it. And you go ahead. You place the licorice root on the candle. Take the calamus root, which I also said is for commanding. And you want to go ahead and do the same thing. I bless this calamus root. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I bless this calamus root to be able to command her sugar daddy to do whatever it is that she requests, to be able to provide financial stability and allowance and gifts and happiness until she is ready for it to end. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I bless this calamus root. And go ahead. Don't put a lot of herbs on your candles. The last thing you want to do is cause a fire. That's my disclaimer. Don't leave your candles unattended. Don't want any house fires. Gonna take some 5-finger grass, and I know everybody doesn't have 5-finger grass, but you can get some. That'll be good. That's just 5-finger grass. And Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Also gonna add a little lavender because I want this to be a smooth transition. I don't want anybody to think they're being manipulated to do anything. I want it to be as smooth as possible. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. I'm gonna add a little quick money oil to the apple. What's this quick money order? To be able to make quick money, to bring money with no drama, no stipulations, but nothing but happiness, financial gain. To born in their Father's and Holy Spirit. Now I'm gonna add a little money rice. It's not only good for bringing money, rice is also good for prosperity, fertility. Although right now all we want is the money. We don't really want the fertility right now. That's a baby daddy. That's not a sugar daddy. Bless this money rice to bring an abundance of financial stability. To be able to provide everything that's necessary for born. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I bless this money rice. Now, the reason I picked a white candle for her is because I want her to be grounded. I want it to be pure. I want that grounding. I'm gonna add some rose petals to the apple because that's good for luck. So we're gonna add, you can get this out of somebody's yard, let it dry. Roses are good for power. And we're gonna add some honey because we want to sweeten up this situation. We want to make sure that it goes as smooth as possible, as sweet as possible. I bless this honey to bring nothing but happiness, sweetness, abundance to born. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And last but not least, I take that back. 2 more things. Gonna add some cinnamon. Press the cinnamon to bring finances, to bring it quickly, to bring abundance. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, I press the cinnamon. And we're gonna add some gold glitter because, like I said, gold is good for abundance. A lot of the goddesses that work with finances and love glitter. And yeah, so we're gonna have this going in the background. A lot of times you guys don't see me lighting right away because I work on it a little more after I finish the video. Like I said, you can't just put a whole bunch of ingredients together, slap together, let it go and think that's how it's gonna work. It's not. You have to continue to go ahead, pray over it, let the universe, the guides, the ancestors, the angels, whoever it is that you're working with, know exactly what it is that you want and put the energy out there. And by the way, just know you can't go working with any type of deity or god or goddess. You can't just pick one out of a book and decide that's who you're going to work with, because it doesn't work that way. There's a lot of orishas out there, there's a lot of saints out there that if you want to work with them, they require maintenance, like they require offerings, and they can get pretty antsy if they don't get what they want. So, I hope this helped. Any questions, go ahead, drop the line down there, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later, butterfly.